New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
New Thought Media Network presents A Grand Vision, a 30-minute exploration of the emergent vision of New Thought Media Network. Get ready to explore the grand vision.
And hello again, dear ones. Rev Robert with you here. It's a Monday afternoon and it's 4 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone. And that means it is time for a grand vision. I want to say a quick shout out to anyone that recognized we were not here last week. I was not here last week. We were on the road home from Camp Cedar Ridge. My brother Diego and I and the kids, we went up to help with the Labyrinth Restoration Project, which is by all means a demonstration of the vision of what's emerging for here on New Thought Media Network. And so we're that's where we were last week. That's why we weren't here. But I tell you, there is definitely a vision emerging up there in Vernonia, Oregon with Camp Cedar Ridge. It's a really special and unique and amazing place. So I'm grateful that you're with us today. Sorry, went on a different tangent. So good afternoon, Shay. Good to see you, dear one. Glad to see that you are here. Appreciate you being a part of what we're doing here on the New Thought Media Network. So this morning, as we, if you're new to this show, if this is maybe your first time here, or if you're catching this on a replay, wondering what you stumbled into, this is that place where I get to be in and share some of what's emerging as the grand vision for this ministry, and how you might just be a part of it if you so desire. So every Monday morning at 7 a.m. here on New Thought Media Network, we do a program that we call Monday Morning Visioning. Now, Monday Morning Visioning is, well, exactly as it sounds. It's our chance to get together and vision and be in the visioning process and share in the visioning process. And I tell you, I get a lot of information every week in the visioning process. And in that, we ask a specific question. What is the highest vision for New Thought Media Network? And for those that are willing to share their responses, we jot those down in the book as well. And then here in the afternoon, I kind of share a little bit about them and some other things that are going on. So high vision for New Thought Media Network, a global destination for the emerging culture of positive spirituality, a mindset of inclusion and equity for all, a place where you can be you, where you belong. Pretty cool stuff, if you ask me. Our dear friend, Reverend Fiona. Oh, I gave you a Reverend Fiona. There you go. Fiona said, silvery, scintillating circles of connections, collaborations, and conversations shepherding the evolution of New Thought. I like the sound of that, too. Shay said, I saw all of our highest selves connecting through our heads, being one mind, merging together. So there's a little bit of Spirit's highest vision for New Thought Media Network and the various ways that it's interpreted through myself, through Fiona, through Shay. And if you happen to catch that vision or do the visioning process and ever ask yourself that question, what's the highest vision for New Thought Media Network? Please send that along to us. You can drop it at info@ntmedia.org, or better yet, join us on a Monday morning. Join us on a Monday morning. It's 40. We're together for 45 minutes, 7 a.m. Mountain until 7:45. It's a rich and deep process. I promise you that. We'd love to have you be a part of it. And then all you have to do is chat in what you came through for that question for you in the body of the video, and you put it in the comments. And I write it in the book. That's how it goes. So, okay. there are times in this journey where things seem so clear and things seem to come together in just instantaneous ways. Now, I really enjoy that, and I really think that's pretty cool. I'm sitting here thinking, how many more ways can we make that happen? However, the one I really want to talk today about is the demonstration of the vision, which is the new community platform. So if you are already on our new community platform, thank you, thank you, thank you. If not, let me share with you a little bit of what's going on. So it's been a long-held part of the vision that we find a way to connect beyond the Facebook environment. Many people really, it only serves in certain ways. And in other ways, it's not serving our growth and it's not serving our evolution. And so along those lines, there's been within this ministry, and we've been doing this 3 years now. We're over 3 years old in this at this point. And 3 years and a couple months. And we've attempted a few different things at how to keep ourselves connected, how to foster a deeper sense of community, how to foster a deeper sense of connection. And well, we think we've found it. Now, we're almost ready. I'm so close to opening this up to people. And we already have our test group in there, and we've got a number of people in there that are doing the beta testing for us and poking around and seeing if anything doesn't work and identifying the things that work. And I'm almost ready to open this up and say, come on in, folks. Now, when that happens, and don't start yet, please. If you're in there, don't start yet. But once that happens, we're going to be able to invite everybody. Anybody we want, anybody that is in alignment with what we're creating and what we're building here at New Thought Media Network are going to be able to come in and connect and be informed and stay on top of what's happening with all the various shows we're doing. You know, we've got 4 brand new shows coming, 2 coming in the next month. 2 more coming after that at some point that are in production, and 2 more that I'm opening discussions with right now about how they might fit and how this might fit for them. I'm going to tell you about a couple of those in just a minute or two, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We are also expanding where we're able, and we're expanding how we get out into the world, meaning how we attend things. And as a group, as a community, New Thought Media Network, we are partnering with the affiliated New Thought Network, and we are partnering with the International New Thought Alliance to create a documentary and creating a documentary for the Parliament of World Religions about New Thought's involvement in the Parliament of World Religions. And so that's going to be there as well, right? There's all these various things that keep popping up, conversations that ministers call me and say, hey, can we talk about this? Or practitioners or other people outside of the CSL environment are calling to say, hey, can we talk about this? One of those things happened this past week. So I want to share a little bit of that with you as well. Now, well, we've done a couple of house concerts here now, and my dear beloved Lara came to me as we were setting up for the last one, which was here with Jamie Lula. And if you haven't seen that, folks, go check that out on the archives, on the YouTube archive. It's a great concert. And she said, hey, we don't have any more house concerts coming up, do we? I said, nope, not until September, when the amazing Jesse Powers is going to be in the house and going to be sharing with us. She said, good, because these get to be a little bit of work. And I got a lot going on this summer. I said, yeah, hey, I understand. And you know how spirit works. The next day, the phone rang. And what happened is Lara got a phone call from a friend of ours and an artist that said, hey, I'm going to be in Denver. You think you folks might want to do a house concert with me? And, well, this is what it's going to look like. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe
back, I believe we can make a better world. Listening to each other till every voice is heard. Singing yes, 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 yes. What is the place that we found a way to end our poverty? So all could live with dignity from sea to shining sea. Oh, please say yes. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, sing yes, yes, yes. Ooh, come on, everybody.
Yes, yes, yes. Eddie Watkins Jr. is going to be in the house. We're so excited. Now, this is somebody, Eddie doesn't do a lot of online concerts, doesn't do a lot of online stuff. He's very busy. He's the music director of a Unity community in Florida. I'm sorry, Eddie, I'm forgetting which one that is right now. And he's going to be in Colorado. Reached out to Lara and said, hey, I want to do a house concert. You guys up for it? And, well, of course, we said, yes, 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 yes. We're the people that like to say yes. You're going to be with us online or in person. If you want to come into town, if you want to fly into town, we'll have somebody, maybe not me, but we'll have somebody pick you up at the airport, get you to the concert, or you can plan to watch for that on our, on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. We're not going to do so much on Facebook anymore, folks. That's the way it's going to be. We have now reached our goal of monetization on YouTube, which means every moment of every video that you watch on YouTube is supporting the network in a financial way as well. And the more people that are watching more of our episodes and more of what we're doing on the on our YouTube channel, well, it goes a long way. At this point, it goes a long way to not only paying for the bills, but more importantly, it goes a long way to make sure that we can get this message out and get it out as far and as wide as we possibly can. We've been saying for 3 years now, we've been saying we are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment. And we are. We have people from around the world watching our programming, involved with what we're doing. Dear Fiona in Geneva anchors down Europe for us and shows up Sharon on the prayer team in various ways. Bonnie Gonzalez down in Mexico. Canada. Hey, Canada's in the house somewhere. I know that. Yeah, I think I just got a thumbs up somewhere. We are a little bit of everywhere. And what I believe is we are becoming a whole lot of everywhere. And that takes all of us. It takes each of us watching an extra show on YouTube, giving our station a little bit more of a like, sharing with people what we're doing, talking about what we're doing. And again, very soon when we open up our new community platform, inviting people to come be a part of what we're doing directly in this virtual world. And I'll tell you, folks, we're not going to stop there. I've got something else in store. I've got another it came through this past weekend, and I'm not going to talk directly about it because I got way too much work to do before we're ready to announce that one. But we're taking it step by step, and the next step behind the community platform is already waiting for us. Hint, hint, we're going out, we're going beyond church. Hint, hint, we're going beyond the spiritual communities with this thing. We're taking this thing into a whole new playground, where it's not about how many letters you have before or after your name, where it's about making a difference, where it's about being real, where it's about being authentic. And that's where we're headed. And I love the fact that more and more of the people that are lining up saying, hey, I want to be a part of this. Mitch Austin, I see you out there. More and more people. Mitch and I have a meeting coming up. We're going to be announcing a new program for him sometime in the near future. Shay is here with us. We'll be announcing a new program with her coming in the near future. And it's going to take all of us being our most authentic selves, being true to who we are and what we're all about. Now, we're not going to lose our spirituality. We're not going to lose the foundation upon which we are built. In many places, we're going to be very loud and proud about that. And in other places, we're going to approach this from a perspective that has nothing to do with church. I listened to one of our emerging leaders, one of our next gen leaders recently. And she was sharing that when it comes right down to it, we have to remember that we're not a religion and we're not a church. We are a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life. That is what New Thought is. It is a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life. And it has many different outlets. It has many different versions. It's got different organizations that serve different aspects of all three of those: the faith, the philosophy, and the way of life. I'm excited to see what's emerging as New Thought in the coming years, because we're going to be here for a lot more years, folks. We're going to be here. The day is coming where New Thought Media Network becomes a household name, where people understand what we are and who we're doing. And it's going to take all of us. You know, I want to highlight a quick show. I'm going to highlight a few shows here now as I cast this vision. If you haven't seen these yet, though, check out Living Enlightened with Rev Dr. Elizabeth Canty. She is absolutely amazing. And I love her program. It's on Thursdays at 7 a.m. So this is part of, we've expanded for many, there's been a gap in our schedule up there at 7 a.m. on Thursday mornings. Not any longer. Reverend Dr. Elizabeth Canty is online. She is having a good time, and she's bringing forward some great conversations Thursday mornings at 7. I encourage you to check that out. And for those that are show hosts that are watching, and if you're hosting a show, she's available. She's ready to come on your show and share with you and your audience what it is she's doing and how she's contributing to this mighty vision. We've got 2 new shows that are premiering this month. On June 19th, we're going to premiere Growing Edge Live with Ali Benjamin. Inspiring minds, healing hearts, transforming lives. Ali and I have been working on the outline and all the promos and getting everything together for this program. And wouldn't you know it, life happens, and she's going to needs to take a couple of weeks and visit England and visit family. That's where she's from originally, and visit family in England for a couple of weeks. And so we're going to premiere her program on the 19th, shortly after she gets back. Or there's a very real possibility she might be in England that morning, and we'll figure that out if that happens as well. So Growing Edge Live with Ali Benjamin starting on the 19th. We have another program starting this month, and we're still kind of going back and forth, I think, between the 8th and the 15th. It's called Spiritual Toolbox with Reverend Dr. Brock Ford, discussing life's diversity, challenges, and blessings. Building a bridge of understanding, healing, and thriving. That's going to premiere this month and start on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central, 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Let me make sure that's what I have on my calendar. Yes, 4 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Central Time. We're just, we're in so many time zones, folks. I don't know which one to pick, if we just go with them. So thanks for doing the math and translating to your time zone based on where you are. Reverend Dr. Ford is another new friend of the network, and he and I have met through the affiliated New Thought Network, Anton, and just really hit it off. It's taken a little while to get around to this conversation of what exactly he wanted to bring forward into the world, but it's happening. So there we go. 2 new shows this month: Growing Edge Live, Brock Ford, Spiritual Toolbox. 2 more shows in production currently, one with Shay Davis here and the other with Mitch Austin. You can expect those programs to go live hopefully within the month or so. producing a show and getting a show ready to go on air is a malleable business. It's a fluid and flexible endeavor with every program, and we never know what's going to happen, how quickly things will happen, how sometimes things get hung up, whether it's a family issue or concern, or whether it's just a timing issue as far as producing movies or finding the right music or whatever it might be. So we don't do premiere season like many networks do. We don't rush shows. We try very hard not to rush forward into putting something on the air, but rather to give it every show its opportunity to find just that right experience, just that right promotion, just that right time to reveal itself and bring itself forward. Because, well, we live in a philosophy that teaches there is no time or space in the divine mind. So what is already known is not yet happened, and what hasn't happened is already known in the divine. In the divine, it's all fine, it's all perfect, it's all exactly as it should be. It's in the human that we start to create some friction, if you will, or we start to put our own human demands on things, and it says, it's good to have goals, it's good to have intentions, it's good to have targets, and it's good to know how things are moving and where things are moving. And then there comes that time to allow for the flow. That's one of the I think that's one of the greatest lessons I've received in New Thought, is how to allow for the flow. And that reminds me, have I spoken to you about the amazing Tracy Brown recently? Have I told you what this amazing woman is doing on the planet? Now she's doing poetry, prayer, and practice. It's Tuesdays at noon. I think it's an amazing show, and I want to encourage you to be with us tomorrow. I could go on and on and on about all the amazing shows we have on. Let's pull this up real quick. This is yes. This is for the most part up to date. There's a couple things in there. First Monday All Hearts Visioning is turning into a first Wednesday All Hearts Visioning. So here's the vision for this. I love my Monday morning visionings. Don't get me wrong. And so much reveals itself. And I know that's not the perfect time frame for everybody. So I don't have room in my schedule for an evening show, if you will, every week. But I realized we can have a deeper experience with setting the intention to bring forward this program. I'm going to call it First Wednesday All Hearts Visioning. And what I'm hoping is going to happen is that this won't actually be a broadcast as much as this will be a more of a Zoom experience. And if you're interested in that, I'm going to invite you to drop me an email, info@ntmedia.org, and let me know if you're interested in that. I'd like to build a more sacred, private, and much more committed group to our visioning practice, to visioning specifically for our own lives, but also for what is emerging as the Grand New Thought Media Network. I know I have some pretty big ideas, but they're working, folks. Have I told you that we're going to be, I don't have the promos for this just yet because we're still working on it, but we're headed down to Las Vegas next weekend to be with the amazing Faith Rivera and the Center for Spiritual, the Las Vegas Center for Spiritual Living. Great group of people down there. Reverend Cheryl, Reverend Stacy and Reverend Cheryl, and Reverend Wanda. Great group down there in Las Vegas, and they're having the amazing Faith Rivera, who does not come to the mainland. If you don't know, Faith lives in Hawaii. She doesn't travel to the mainland all that often. So she's going to be on the mainland for a family reunion type event. And somehow Las Vegas said, hey, come do a concert for us. And she said yes. And we're going to go hang out and boogie out to some good music. That's going to be Sunday, the 11th of June. If you happen to be in the Las Vegas area, check that out. And if we'll be talking later this week about doing a live stream and what that might look like and whether that's going to happen or not. So we'll keep you informed of that one. And as I'm saying, Eddie Watkins next weekend. or the weekend after that. Eddie Watkins on the 17th. The weekend after that is just going to be amazing. And then I'm going on a big old road trip. If you haven't heard a little bit about this, the International New Thought Alliance is having their 108th World Congress. It happens in Fort Lauderdale this year, and New Thought Media Network is going to be there providing support to their audio-visual program, as well as reporting live from the conference on a periodic basis throughout the week as things happen there on the at their Congress. We're going to be there offering you a glimpse and an insight, and I'm going to get to do a couple of special guest talks on the first weekend in July on the 17th at the Sarasota Center for Spiritual Living, and then on the 23rd at Unity of Naples in Florida. So we're going to get you a whole lot more information on that stuff for next week's broadcast, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming real soon, how you'll be able to tune in and watch those broadcasts and learn a little bit more and watch me watch you talk. I do a lot of talking. You might like what I have to say when it's planned and scripted. So, okay. There we are. I feel like I'm getting us somewhat caught up here today, folks. But here's the most important part. Everywhere I go, everyone I talk to, everyone that approaches us and says, hey, how can I support or how can I be involved in this? In some way, shape, or form shares a story about how we are serving their evolution, about how we are shaping their spiritual experience, about how we are serving those across this planet, awakening to a new form, a new experience of spiritual community. We're not your grandmother's church. We're not your mother's church. We're not a church. What we are is a group of committed individuals with a vision to see this message, this new thought philosophy, a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life, to see that shared and anchored and proliferating and growing and expanding and emerging all over the planet. We have a very strong belief that we are not here to put new thought on top of what's happening, but rather to allow this philosophy and our ministry to support wherever new thought is bubbling up on the planet. Whether that's Mexico, Kenya, Geneva, Canada, Oregon, or right here in Colorado, or wherever you are, to support new thought as it blossoms into a true expression, a true world religion. It's been said for a long time that New Thought is a wholly unique American tradition or an American religion. We're not a religion. We don't pray to a deity. We don't pray to some divine being. Do not worship. We activate. We live this stuff. We take this stuff into our lives, and we are an inspiration for those around us to do and be and have what they want to do and be and have. We are an inspiration for a greater way of living. We are a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life. That's my vision. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm about to run long, so let's get out of here. Let's, hey, look at that. JV Lula in the house. Brother Lula, I started this broadcast by telling people, if you have not seen the Jamie Lula house concert from here in Arvada, to go check it out on our YouTube channel. Just do a quick search on our YouTube channel for Jamie Lula live in Arvada, and it'll come up. It was a great concert. So I guess your ears were ringing a little bit there, brother, and here you are saying hello. Thanks for being with us. I'm out of here for now, folks. I love you. I cannot wait to see you again. Until I do, I wish you peace and richest blessings. Bye now.